Welcome to Psych with Sigmund, where we delve into the fascinating world of psychology to understand human thought, emotion, and behavior. Today, we're going to explore the psychology of waiting, a concept that reveals the intricate dance between our minds, emotions, and environment. The psychology of waiting refers to the mental and emotional processes that occur when we're waiting for something or someone. This can range from waiting in line, waiting for a response to a message, or even waiting for a significant life event to unfold. At its core, the psychology of waiting is about how we navigate uncertainty, manage our expectations, and cope with the passage of time. To understand the psychology of waiting, let's take a step back and look at its theoretical background. One of the key frameworks that explains this concept is the theory of emotional regulation. This theory proposes that when we're waiting, we experience a range of emotions, from anxiety and frustration to excitement and anticipation. Our ability to regulate these emotions determines how we respond to the waiting experience. Research has shown that people who are better at regulating their emotions tend to be more patient and less stressed while waiting. On the other hand, those who struggle with emotional regulation may experience increased anxiety, irritability, or even anger. For example, a study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals who practiced mindfulness meditation showed reduced stress and improved emotional regulation while waiting in a simulated waiting room. Another important concept related to the psychology of waiting is the idea of temporal discounting. This refers to the tendency for people to value immediate rewards over delayed ones. When we're waiting, our brains tend to discount the value of future rewards, making us more impatient and eager for instant gratification. This can lead to impulsive decisions, such as choosing a smaller reward now rather than waiting for a larger one later. The psychology of waiting has also been influenced by the work of psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, who introduced the concept of flow states. Flow states occur when we're fully engaged in an activity and our sense of time becomes distorted. While waiting, we can experience a state of flow by focusing on the present moment, letting go of distractions, and finding meaning in the waiting experience. Understanding this concept can help us develop more effective coping strategies, improve our mental well-being, and even find ways to make waiting more meaningful. For instance, therapeutic approaches like cognitive behavioral therapy and acceptance and commitment therapy incorporate strategies to address difficulties related to waiting, such as building emotional resilience, challenging negative thoughts, and cultivating a sense of purpose. In everyday life, we can apply the psychology of waiting by practicing mindfulness, reframing our expectations, and finding ways to make the waiting experience more enjoyable. For example, instead of getting frustrated while stuck in traffic, we could use that time to listen to music, podcasts, or audiobooks. We could also use waiting times as opportunities for self-reflection, journaling, or simply observing our surroundings. To illustrate this concept further, let's consider the example of waiting for a job interview. Instead of getting anxious or stressed, we could use that time to prepare, visualize success, and focus on our strengths. By doing so, we can transform the waiting experience into an opportunity for growth, relaxation, or even creativity. In conclusion, the psychology of waiting is a rich and multifaceted concept that reveals the intricate dance between our minds, emotions, and environment. By grasping the underlying psychological mechanisms at play during waiting periods, we can develop more effective coping strategies, improve our mental well-being, and perhaps even find ways to make waiting more meaningful. As I often tell my clients, the waiting is not just a pause, it's a process. It's an invitation to explore our inner world, re-evaluate our values, and reconnect with what truly matters. So the next time you find yourself waiting, remember that this experience is not just a necessary evil, but also a chance for self-discovery and growth. That's all for today's Psych with Sigmund. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.